I am Kathavachak, the storyteller.
I am Kathavachika and welcome to the realm of Katha.
And welcome to the realm of Katha. I am Kathavachak and welcome to the realm of Katha. Today's Katha is about Nachiketa. About 2000 years ago, there lived a sage with the name of Vajshravas. Sage Vajshravas had a son whose name was Nachiketa. Once upon a time, Sage Vajshravas decided to organize a yajna called Vishwajit Yajna. The rules of this yajna said that the performer had to donate their complete wealth and anything that they loved. In those ancient times, cows were considered to be very valuable and special possessions. So Vajshravas decided to give away all his cows to Brahmins. Nachiketa was sitting with his father and was observing the sacrificial rituals with very keen interest. He observed that his father was only giving away disabled and old cows, but was keeping his fresh cows and the strengthened cows with him. Nachiketa was very intelligent and very pure of heart. He spoke to his father and said, "Oh dear father, I've heard that in this yajna one has to give up all their possessions and all the things that they love. Now that being the case, you love me the most. So to whom will you give me?" Vajshravas didn't respond. So after some time, Nachiketa asked the same question again, to which again no response came. When Nachiketa asked the same question for the third time, Vajshravas couldn't control his temper and burst out saying, "Oh son, I give you to Lord Yamraj, the god of death. Go away to him." Nachiketa, being an obedient son, politely touched his father's feet and started towards Yamlok, the abode of Lord Yamraj. When he reached there, he found that Lord Yamraj was not present there, and nobody dared admitting him inside without the permission of Yamraj. So Nachiketa waited near the gates of Yamlok for 3 days and 3 nights without taking even a drop of water. When Lord Yamraj returned after 3 days, he found Nachiketa waiting outside the gates, and he felt really bad to keep a Brahmin waiting for so long. He immediately ordered his servants to bring holy water and welcome and invite Nachiketa inside. After these hospitalities, Yamraj said to Nachiketa, "Dear child, I really feel bad to keep you waiting for this long. So in return, I am ready to give you 3 boons. Ask whatever you want." Nachiketa politely folded his hands and said to Lord Yamraj, "Oh dear Lord, although I don't desire anything, but my father has taught me that we should always obey our elders. So I am ready to ask you for 3 boons. As my first boon, I request you that my father should not be anxious about me, and his anger towards me should vanish. When I return home, he should recognize me and accept me gladly back in his arms. As my second boon, I request you to teach me proper rituals for fire sacrifice. And my third request to you is to quench my curiosity about one thing. I want to understand, is there indeed a life beyond death, or do we go into nothingness? Please, my Lord, answer me this, because my mind is not at peace." Lord Yamraj immediately granted Nachiketa his first wish, and in answer to the second wish, he patiently taught Nachiketa all the rituals for fire sacrifice. Now when it came to the third boon, Yamraj was in a fix. So he said to Nachiketa, "Boy, do not ask me about the matters of life and death. Even the biggest of sages and holiest of gods have not understood this secret. So please don't ask me this. Ask me anything else. I'll give you anything that you desire, but not this." But Nachiketa was adamant. He said, "Dear Lord, I do not want to know anything else. I do not have any desires. Please grant me the response to this." Yamraj again tried. He tried bribing him with all the worldly pleasures. He said, "All these things will make you happy and rich and everything. So please ask me anything else." But Nachiketa was again adamant. He said, "I do not have any desires, my Lord. I do not wish to have anything else. All these things that you are offering me are materialistic, and they will end one day. But I want everlasting happiness and peace in my mind. And the only thing that will grant that is the response to this question. So please, I ask you again about the same question. Yamraj found it really difficult to budge him. So then in the end he decided to respond to him. Lord Yamraj said to Nachiketa, "Dear son, self is immortal. It is neither born nor does it die. It did not come out of anything, nor anything came out of it. Self is everlasting. Even if the body dies, self is indestructible. Mere knowledge of scriptures or reading something or getting knowledge of anything in the world will not tell you what the self is. You have to learn to differentiate it from the body, which is a seat for desires. The goal of the wise should be to reach the self and to understand it completely. Because even the smallest of small and the largest of large beings have self living in them. Dear son, our body is a chariot. Intelligence is its driver. Our senses are the horses, and conscience is the rein. And above them all, the lord of the chariot is Atma, or self. Self is superior to body, mind, and senses, and not the other way around. So our aspiration is to take control of all these three. Because once our self takes control of our body, mind, and senses, then we reach beyond them. We go above them and reach the supreme ultimate. The ultimate divinity should be our goal. Because then one comes out of the life-death circle. This vicious circle of rebirths is left behind and one reaches divinity. This helps us reach moksha. Nachiketa was really happy with the information and all his queries were answered. So he politely folded his hands in front of Lord Yamraj and took his leave. He happily returned his home where his father welcomed him back with open arms. And so they lived in peace afterwards. This was today's Katha. We really hope that you liked it. Next time, we'll come again to you with very interesting Katha. Till then,